So I have a day to take these 3D printed pieces that I hope printed out properly. And then I also want to make the arm pieces, like the wrist piece, that kind of look like pine cones. And it printed out in just like these different size pine cone pieces. And I'm gonna have to look at a reference photo and figure out how to piece it together. I'm leaving tomorrow to go to my parents for New Year's. So let's get this done. So we have this all glued together, and I looked up a reference photo to make sure I was doing everything right. And I forgot to print tufts of fur that are supposed to go right here and right here. So let's see how strong this glue really is. Oh no! I might have to add like strips of faux fur. Okay, let's try this. You guys, okay, not an ad. If you want to make sure your 3D prints are secure, use this glue. It actually probably look better with the faux fur on here rather than the 3D printed fur, right? 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 So here is the Slingshot. It's still wet. I don't know if it's because I sprayed too much spray paint on it or because Houston's just really, really humid. So I'm just gonna let this sit inside where it's a little less humid and dry. And I'm gonna work on putting these together, which is her arm pieces. Okay, wish me luck. We're gonna glue these together. Oof. We're gonna use the super glues. So I'm really excited to have these pieces done because, like, even if I just wear the sports bra and the tail and the ears and the wig, having the Slingshot and these pieces on her arms, everybody's gonna know exactly who I am. I mean, obviously I want to finish the whole thing. Oh my gosh. This is gonna take forever. It says instant adhesive. I was saying so many great things about you earlier today, super glue. This is not very instant of you. Let's try this again. I'm not happy about this. This is gonna take forever. Yeah, it's not staying. It's not staying together. We're gonna have to figure out a different adhesive. The super glue is letting me down. I was 7 minutes. I sat here trying to hold these pieces together and it just wasn't taking. So let's figure out what to do next. So I went back to the files that I downloaded from Cosplaying, and the files are not organized very well. I'm supposed to have fur here, but the fur for the Slingshot were in a different folder away from everything else. Anyways, so I found a file that has all these little like pine cone petals joined together so I can print them in one piece. And so that's what we're doing now. I'll be ready in 4 hours. I probably, as long as the print goes well, I'm very upset with myself for even saying that. As long as the print doesn't fail for any reason, I should be able to have the hand pieces before I leave on my trip. While I wait for the printer to finish with everything else, we're going to paint the Slingshot. We're going to put some black in all these tiny little grooves. know how I said that as long as nothing happens to my prints in the next 4 to 5 hours, I'll be able to get this done before I leave for my trip? My power's out. Let's pray that the power comes back on and I can get these prints finished. Welcome to my kitchen. Because the power is out doesn't mean that we have to stop doing what we're doing. The Aldi bags behind me are filled with Spartan armor that I want to bedazzle. That will be a project for another time. We have the painted Slingshot. I was looking at reference photos for the Slingshot, and it has what looks like black leather wrapping around it. And then for the fur that I forgot to print, we have just real faux fur. I mean, it looks more realistic than just printing some fur, right? And then it's supposed to go up this way. So then like the hair fibers are coming up this way. We will give it a haircut. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so this goes like this. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. So great news, my power is back. I want to put the string on the Slingshot now. I have this piece that needs to go on the end of the string, and so I don't want it to be much longer than the Slingshot itself. So I'm going to maybe this, and this, and this. Okay, this should be plenty long, and I have like these holes in there. I might have to take my drill and make these holes a little bit bigger. Let's see if this X-Acto knife works. Okay, not bad, not bad. All right, all right. We're gonna have to drill. Let's go to the garage. Okie dokie, that was fun. Let's try this again. We got this, we got this. Yeah, it's going. And it's working. It's working. Okay. Let's do the next side. So I probably should have put these in before I assembled everything, but you live and you learn. So I could put a little piece of foam in here. Okay, now all we have left to do is to wait for this glue to dry before we start tugging on anything to show off the prop. And we are still waiting for the printers to finish printing the arm pieces. Would you like a little tour of my 3D printing area? I need to organize the bottom shelf a little bit better, but here they are. My printers. This is Gladys, and this is Marvin. We're doing so good. So I had my cute little light here, sitting right here next to the printer, so I could film it for you guys. And it fell because of the vibration of the printer. It fell like this, like woo. All right. And as it fell, it unplugged the power cord of my printer. That probably has, let's look at the other printer. That has 20 minutes left to print. And my printer doesn't have the power outage memory function, so when I plug it back in, it's gonna act as if it wasn't in the middle of a print when it got turned off. So, I will not have these done before I go on my trip.